Hello everyone, Kitamari here, and we are continuing Ghostpia. Oh no, what is going on? No, okay, this time we really have to rewind. Oh no, there we go. I do wish it worked a little bit in a different way. Yo, long time no see. Actually, I guess it hasn't been that long, huh? I feel so old. My sense of time has been so vague lately. That was a close one the other day, huh? You okay? I need guns. Huh? Lots of guns. I say just that as I slammed the blood and mud-stained paper bills I stole from the usual men onto the counter. Why do I get the feeling you're using blood money to spill more blood? Do you hate that sort of thing? Flo lets out a big sigh, but it doesn't feel like a sigh of disgust at all. I love it. I'll take all your bullets, too. Woohoo! I don't know what I'm doing with that lady's voice now. I'll carry all the guns my money could buy as I run towards old lady Margaret's house. My feet feel so light. I think to myself as I run, something like this has happened once before, long ago, or was it more recently? In the end, I guess I've got no way to free her without resorting to violence. I like her hair. Some people force their will upon reality against the desires of others, using power, pain, and despair. If I came across someone like that, I'd probably despise them. I'd hate their guts, but I feel like I've been enduring something like that this whole time, and I hate it. I guess I'm worthless, after all. Yoru herself chose to stay in a place like that, so shouldn't that be good enough for me? I notice that I've stopped running. How long have I been standing still? I spend several seconds cursing myself for not knowing what exactly it is I want to do. I know full well that what I'm doing isn't right. I mutter those words before dashing off once again, and that's why I have to do it. I don't slow down. In fact, I speed up, but my feet feel incredibly heavy. Thick curtains are drawn on the other side of the window. They probably serve to protect the inside from the cold, but they also prevent me from seeing what's going on inside. Regardless, this is the optimal point of entry for a home invasion. That's the conclusion I've come to after scoping the house out for a while. This is probably the living room window. If Yoru's right, then this is where Margaret watches TV all day. I shout and shoot the glass window. Okay, gotta finish things up in a second or less. Cherimoya? Cherimoya? What does Cherimoya mean? Anyone know what Cherimoya means? Suck. I definitely want to get that. All right. Perfect. I break through the cracked glass and jump inside. The air is humid and contaminated by the stench of human waste and clay. As soon as the foul odor hits my nose, I'm already yelling my next line. Get down. Well, actually, that wasn't a yell, was it? When I pull the trigger, all I experience is a loud sound and the force of recoil. Huh? What? But what anyone on the opposite side of the barrel experiences is a horizontal sweep of fully automatic gunfire. What the heck? Kiwi! I was misled. Accidentally turned Yoru into Swiss cheese. Accidentally? What did I do? Oh my goodness. Come on. When I see Yoru fall down with holes blown in her guts, the first thing I feel is rage. Frustration that things didn't go as we had planned in advance, as if one boy simply didn't sing at the choir competition. Though I guess I didn't sing either. Why should I even sing out loud in front of other people? What's even the point of choir competitions? I don't get it. To vent my frustrations, I kick over a table, sending a lump of clay into the air. When it smacks Yoru in the face, she goes, "Wet!" and stops moving completely. She sounds so goofy, it makes me laugh a little. If only Yoru were still around to hear herself. I'm sure she'd be laughing with me. Things go silent for a while, and then my honed senses are barely able to pick up the sound of running water. A flushing toilet, actually. You, what did you break this time? You thought I wouldn't notice, didn't you? Don't take me for a fool. It's Margaret again. The door to what seems to be a stairwell opens up, and out comes Margaret. You. I fire at her feet. The elderly woman screams and pitifully falls flat on her face. I don't even want to think about where the bullets landed or if they pierced all the way through. Run. Run away. Don't just space out. She's actually showing concern for Yoru, urging her to run. I guess she can't see Yoru's corpse from where she's fallen. You treated her so roughly and now you care? You don't understand. I was raising her with love. She's either lying to me or she's lying to herself like the senile elderly woman she is. Either way, I ignore her. Everyone has their own definition of love, which is why conflicts and misfortune happen. That's what I think anyway. She was such a kind, gentle, good girl, always by my side. The first kid I ever wanted to succeed me. I'm sure she could inherit what my generation accomplished. By sharing my hardships, she can become just like me. Well, that sounds familiar. After saying that, the elderly woman bends backward as far as she can lift her upper body and lets out an anguished groan, as if she's trying to get her voice heard by someone, but she can't bend backwards for long. I guess the pain of being shot is far too much for her to bear. How dare you speak of love when you've never even considered how she feels? I look down upon the woman both literally and figuratively as she groans in pain. I guess I'm getting emotional because of the extraneous thought that if anyone else were to see my attempt at rescuing Yoru, they'd have a hard time understanding where I'm coming from. Do you think that girl had any choice but to accept my love? The elderly woman creeps on the floor as she speaks. That girl only has me, and I only have that girl. The meaning of those words catches me off guard a bit, and probably not in a good way. Oh, no. The elderly woman pulls a gun out of her pocket. A shock runs through my body, and as I fall backwards, I half-consciously pull the trigger on my rifle. Every sound seems delayed as it reaches my ears, though perhaps my senses are just oddly sensitive. Around the same time as my shoulders hit the carpet, the elderly woman lets out a groan. I guess I actually hit her with that shot in the dark. I feel something soft underneath my head. At first I think it's poop, but maybe it's just clay, or maybe it really is poop. Gross. There are several things I want to make sure of right now, but it doesn't look like I can. And that's because I'm quickly losing consciousness. I'm close to death, even. That elderly woman's got some skills, huh? I guess every woman in this town is tough. Every last one of you takes me for a fool, but you know what? I've got a mind of my own. I take proper care of my pets. I even pay my taxes. I hear her shrill voice ranting and wheezing. I bet before long she's going to die of blood loss herself. But my death's going to be overwhelmingly quicker than hers. The voice from above must be heard. You think you can be a big shot who can defy the missile's voice from above? Don't take me for a fool. You're the fool, you damn criminal. If I experience every sort of death I can imagine, will that allow me to escape from this place? That strange thought comes to mind, and as soon as I think, yeah, no thanks, my consciousness fades away. You see, I've been vaguely awake for a little while, but my consciousness only starts to clearly form when I hear voices talking from far away. Voices. I know these voices. I realize that the voices belong to the scavengers, and that realization serves as a spark, or an electromotive force, or something that sets my thoughts into motion. Oh, you're awake. When I get up reflexively but slowly, Yoru's there. If I tell you to get down, okay? That's why you ended up getting hit. I grumble a complaint. Oh, that's what you meant by get down. What else could I have meant? Well, oh. Yoru suddenly peers into my eyes as if she had just realized something important. What is it? I guess I'm not a good listener, huh? I let out a dry laugh, but not in a bad way or anything. I see. Well, the first step to solving a problem is to acknowledge that there is a problem. Oh, you sound just like a counselor, Sayako. Thanks to Yoru, I'm able to let out a proper laugh this time. She laughs too. Honestly, I think we're acting a little lighthearted for people whose hearts just stopped. The scavengers wave and call out to us when they notice our voices. They seem a little spooked at first, but Yoru smoothly tells them we were just on a walk. She's an amazing talker, just a terrible listener. I like this one too, and I like the last one too. There's just so much art in this game. I interrupt before any idle chatter can start again. Can you give us a ride back home when you're finished with work? Sayoko. Yoru tries to interrupt, but I keep going. And by home, I mean our home. I sounded like I was talking to the guys in the yellow, not to Yoru. Yoru looks at me like she can't believe what I just said, a look of surprise mixed with joy. I feel a sense of desire. Desire for what exactly? Material wealth, food, attention, maybe something else. I do feel a little proud of myself too, of course. Yeah, I don't mind, but the leader seems a little hesitant to continue. I really ought to learn their names already. You'll help us finish that work, right? Of course! Yes, of course we'll help. The other two cheer behind their leader. I feel like cheering with them, but it's a little embarrassing, so I cheer silently. Oh, this is cute too. With work safely squared away, we sit in the back of the truck as it sways to and fro. I feel pleasantly tired, so I start to doze off. Say, Sayoko, do you think Anya still has that lemonade stand? Since she interrupted my nap, I answer a little rudely. I guess. Let's use that to start a business. Selling lemonade. Of course not, silly. Perhaps that's your imaginary little sister. What? Resting her finger at a patient is Yoru wearing a white coat. Okay, next. There's a long line. Please pay here. I beckon the patient. Thank you, I feel so refreshed. Huh. He drops some coins into the palm of my hand. It's about enough to buy 2 cups of coffee at Mr. Patel's cafe. By the time I put the money in the register, the next patient's exam has already begun. Whenever I wake up, I hear a man crying inside a car parked outside every single day. It's driving me mad. Perhaps that's just an imaginary man. What an amazing doctor. Oh my gosh. I see. Okay, next. Please pay here. The payment is a flat sum. It's not expensive or anything, but considering the length of the line and the speedy service, it clearly adds up quickly. And it didn't even cost anything to start up. I like the little drawing at the bottom of Yoru. Despite the dirt cheap prices, not a single patient has doubted the authenticity of the medical exam. I suppose not many are brave enough to raise a complaint in the presence of the ninja who single-handedly subjugated the whole church. Well, how are things going, Miss Bodyguard? Pacifica. Who knew there would be a demand for such a service? It seems even I've been blindsided by your entrepreneurship. Well done. It was Yoru's idea. There's no point selling something as low demand as lemonade. You have to sell something more essential. That was Yoru's basic idea. The town's ghosts are all alone. It's like they've got nobody to turn to for counseling. So you think you can make money off of that? Will anyone pay? I do, and they will. That's the feeling I got as I interacted with that old lady. I summarized that conversation to Pacifica. But Sayoko, won't listening to everyone's concerns make for a stressful job for her? Nope, there's no need to worry about that. Oh, that's a cut-and-dried answer. I guess I can appreciate her tenacity, at least. No, it's not that she's tenacious or anything. I smile somewhat meanly. I like that. Oh, gosh. It's that she doesn't listen to the others in the first place. And that's the end of this chapter. Yoru, the best doctor to ever live. I adore the character development. The writing is fantastic, of course. The art is really, really great. I feel like the art is always surprising me. The art style, the variety of artwork, the unexpected inclusions within the art, and I enjoy the characters. I like that we have a little bit more focus now on Sayoko and Yoru, so that we get to know Yoru a little bit, even though I do enjoy Pacifica. And yeah, I think that overall this is really good. Ghostpia is very, very good. Probably better than good. We'll see. What's going to happen in the next chapters. That kid and I talk about various things as we pedal our bikes. We have to shout in order to hear ourselves over the clamorous cars and the screeching cicadas. Definitely. I know I've been going crazy with screenshots now. She talks about minor scandals between classmates, popular celebrities, clothes she wants, and other things like that. Topics that don't really feel relevant to me. It's like we live in two different worlds, huh? Immediately crushed by her followers. At school, she's like a mafia boss straight out of a movie. I don't like her, and not just because of how cute she looks. And yet she invited me to go to the movies with her. And she's the same kid I've been with ever since kindergarten. The same kid who was so happy we were put into the same class when we moved up to elementary school. We used to get along since we were so alike, but before I knew it, our speech patterns and our social standings in class completely diverged. One day, when we were on cleaning duty together, we just so happened to get thirsty at the same time and went back to the classroom for bottled water. That's when she invited me to go to the movies with her. Just you and me? I asked. Yes, she nodded. And that's why I'm riding my bike right now. I somehow managed to keep up with her in my cute new sundress and sandals. I'm not as refined as that kid, but I'm passable, I'd say. I know it sounds like I'm not enjoying myself at all, but I really am. It's not. It is too hot outside. My favorite season is winter, which is on the exact opposite side of the calendar. But right now, I feel like there are good things to be enjoyed, even in the middle of summer. The signal turns red at the last second, so I slam on the brakes. This is probably the last time the two of us can hang out. I'm sad, but I suppose it's only natural since we've grown to be too different from each other. A big truck passes in front of us, spreading its smelly exhaust fumes. Normally I'd grimace at the smell, but today I'll just deal with it. I don't want to bother her, so I won't draw this in my picture diary. I'll keep this a secret until the day I die. No, even longer than that. I wonder if that kid thinks that this will be our last time together, too. Maybe that's why I feel like I have to enjoy myself. You see, as I stare at the signal, waiting for it to turn green, she speaks up somewhat quietly. Yes? My voice is quiet to begin with, so I don't know if she heard. It looks like I'm going to the movies with Hasegawa next week. It's amazing. It's not really that amazing. She blushes. Hasegawa, she's an athlete and a sort of leader among the boys. I think he's the right fit for going to the movies with her. So is today like a practice run for that date? She opens her big eyes even wider. She probably wasn't expecting me to say that. She then lets out a spontaneous giggle. Maybe I said something I shouldn't have. If I had said it in the classroom, my school life would be in jeopardy starting the next day. But she smiles as if to tell me that there's no need to worry about anything like that right now. Dunno. I see. The signal turns green. I start pedaling. I hope it goes well for you. I give her some lazy words of encouragement. Really think so? Not really. You know, you've always had a habit of saying things you don't really mean. This is probably the last time we'll hang out together. Nothing will change that fact, but I already think, so what? Oh, hello, Father. I can't remember the last time you were the one who called me. How can I help you? We need to talk business. What, do you have a complaint about my business this late in the game? This late in the game? No, I want you to deal with that ninja. Now? I thought you would have given up by now. That's none of your business. You gotta make him sound like some I don't know how I'm making this sound. Well, I suppose your men are useless after all. Indeed, that's why I need your help. Well, yes, it would indeed be child's play. For me, that is. I have just about everything I need ready. Who is this? Since I've allowed you to do whatever you pleased up until now, I assumed you'd agreed to my request, without a moment of hesitation. Agree, yeah. Very well, but in return... I know. Oh my gosh, how could she? How could... No, didn't I just talk about how... The day we found a workplace to work at and finish episode 3. Now we will start episode 4 next. The day I was lonely together with her. I like that title. Oh, Ghostpia. So, we will be starting episode 4 next time. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being here with me, watching this, listening to my narration. And I will see you later. Bye.